Tina Fey. We loved that little thing, that shtick earlier. We're going to stick with it. So, Tina, if you don't mind making your way over, it's Tina. Peter, come on first. We have to get this show started. We don't want to run late. People are being respectful. They're here on time. We got some people dragging in from the back, but they're going to be nice and quiet as they make their way in and get this awards ceremony started on time. Right, Tina Fey?
I'm not Tina. You're Tina. I'm Amy.
No. You have the Tina Fey glasses.
Who was Tina? Who was Amy?
I'm clearly Amy. I'm the blonde one. So I think you should be Tina Fey with the glasses.
Actually, I'm Peter Sloat, CRRA Vice President.
And I am Laura McCoyan, CRRA Treasurer, and we are conference co-chairs this year, and we're happy to invite you to,
Yes.
We're so happy to get this award ceremony kicked off this evening. We have a tight schedule and a lot of amazing awardees, so we're going to jump right into it by having our first presenter come on up. Colleen, thank you.
Colleen Foster, CRRA President.
I had no baby yet. We're good. I am pleased tonight to present the Outstanding Waste Prevention Award. This award is presented to a business, government agency, or community-based organization or school that has taken steps to evaluate their waste stream and has successfully implemented a program that prevents the generation of waste. This year's recipient is County of Orange OC Waste and Recycling.
Good evening. I'm Tim Goncharoff, and I'm very honored to serve as this year's Awards Committee Chair for CRRA. It's very exciting to be here tonight. Thank you all for coming. Tonight, I'm presenting the award to a business, government agency, or community-based organization to recognize innovation and excellence in diverting household hazardous waste, universal waste, or electronic waste materials from disposal. This year's recipient is San Mateo County, and we are honored to have Supervisor David Canepa here to accept the award. Dave.
Good evening. I'm Julie Muir with Peninsula Sanitary, Stanford Recycling, and I'm pleased to present the Outstanding Practices in Venues, Events, Resource Recovery Award. Awarded to a large event or venue serving over 2,000 people per day for excellence in implementing waste reduction, recycling, and organics programs, innovative source reduction programs recovering over 90% of event discards, and or other programs that demonstrate best practices in events or venues resource management. This year's recipient is a competitor of mine, another private university in the state of California, University of Southern California's program at the Coliseum. They were unable to attend this year, but we are pleased to include them in our list of awardees, so go Trojans.
Hi, I'm John Davis, and it is my pleasure tonight to announce the recipient of the Dave Hardy Leadership in Organics Award. Dave Hardy was a great friend and inspiration to a lot of us. He was instrumental in developing CRRA's Organics Recycling Council and served as the organization's president. For his contribution, this award recognizes a business, government agency, community-based organization, or school that demonstrates excellence in the production, marketing, and/or utilization of organic materials. And this year's recipient is Waste Management Earth Care.
WM Earth Care turns yard trimmings, food scraps, and food soil paper into carbon-busting compost. Our Caspin Marin County handles more than 500 tons of material daily. The top quality compost is stamped with the seals of OMRI, USCCSTA, and CDFA. Our new Caspin Alameda County opened in April. We know the future of diversion is in organics, and we're prepared to lead the way. Thank you, CRRA.
Good evening. I am Susan Collins, an advisor to the CRRA board and a former CRRA board member, and I'm pleased tonight to present the award for Outstanding Closing the Loop Commitment Award. Awarded to a business, government agency, community-based organization, or school that has implemented an innovative program that features the procurement of products that reduce waste, have recycled content, and/or are safer alternatives to toxic products. This year's recipient is Free Flow Wines.
My name is Tracy Bills, and I have the pleasure of being on the CRRA's C&D Technical Council, and I am going to be presenting the Outstanding Construction, Demolition, and Recycling Award. Awarded to a private business, government agency, or community-based organization that has excelled in the reduction and recycling of materials generated through construction and/or demolition activities. This year's recipient is Davis Street Resource Recovery Complex and Transfer Station.
Davis Street's dedicated staff takes recycling seriously. High-tech sorting machines help ensure over 75% of processed C&D materials are recovered annually. More than 60,000 tons of metal, concrete, wood, and other material is reused or recycled. Davis Street is the first and currently only accredited C&D facility in Alameda County with a diversion rate certified every quarter by a third party. Thank you, CRRA.
Me again. All right. I am so proud to be able to give out this next award. This is the award for Outstanding Recycling Program. And this award goes to a business, government agency, community-based organization, or school that has excelled in implementing and carrying out a recycling and/or diversion program, and this year's recipient is the nonprofit Global Green. And there we are. Congratulations, Global Green.
Good evening. My name is Monica DeVincenzi. I'm with Republic Services and on the board for CRRA. I am pleased to present the Outstanding Recycling Program Award this evening. Awarded to a school or entity partnered with a school that has excelled in implementing and carrying out a recycling and/or diversion program. This year's recipient, Don Reed, Chief Sustainability Officer at American River College.
Hi, everybody. My name is Manuel Medrano. I'm with the City of Chula Vista, and I'm also on the CRRA board. And I'm here tonight and very pleased to present the Next Generation Recycler Award. This award is specifically designed to promote the next generation of recyclers and zero wasters in California. It is awarded to an individual, young person, or youth group that sets themselves apart from their peers in promoting waste prevention, recycling, reusing, composting, zero waste, and buying recycled. This year, I'm very, very pleased, and it's an honor to recognize a partner for many, many years for the City of Chula Vista. This year's recipient is I Love a Clean San Diego's Think Blue Brigade.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rick Anthony. I'm a founding and current board member and a NCRRA player. I'm pleased to present the Pravita Criminal Reuse Award, and I have to say I knew Pravita. She was instrumental in championing the promotion and implementation of successful reuse programs. In her honor, this award recognizes special achievements by private businesses, government, agency, community-based organization, or school in the reuse of materials. As the coordinator of the San Diego Fix-It Clinics with Goodwill, it's really my honor to give it to a group that's taken it to the next level. This year's recipient is iFixit.
Hello, everybody. My name is Leslie Lukash. I'm a former board member and a current advisor to the California Resource Recovery Association. And tonight I will be presenting the Zero Waste Achievement Award. This award is given to a progressive business, government agency, community-based organization, or school that has made the commitment to zero waste, implemented outreach programs, and excelled toward the achievement of their zero waste goals. It's my pleasure to give this award to the San Francisco Department of Environment's School Education Program.
All right, so we're going to move into the bigger awards for CRRA before moving on to the awards for CPSC. But before we do that, I wanted to acknowledge Piece by Piece, who makes these beautiful frames that we're handing out tonight for the awards. So Piece by Piece is a nonprofit based out of LA. They are in the field of creating opportunities for homeless folks maybe with addiction issues, who are needing to get back into the labor force, providing them with some new skills, all while reusing post-consumer recycled materials. So we would like to acknowledge Piece by Piece for these beautiful frames for tonight's awards and give them a round of applause. And with that, I wanted to acknowledge one of the 2 award recipients for the CRRA Service Award this year. This participant, member, I'm so glad to be able to have the honor to introduce. The Service Award is the award that we give to recognize exceptional service to the organization, a contribution of time, resources beyond expectation. And this person is the epitome of that, going above and beyond in her commitment to the Prevention, Reuse, and Repair Technical Council, and putting on webinars and organizing things for that PRR's activities. Every single month. In addition, she is our top-notch NCRA player that you will see tonight performing. So without further ado, Shauna McCracken, please come up to the stage and receive your award.
I understand I actually get to speak, so yay. So I wanted to start actually with a quick quote. This actually comes from the Talmud, which is biblical commentary in the Jewish tradition. And the term tikkun olam is the Jewish way of saying the world needs fixing, and it's our job to fix it. In the words of the Talmud, it's not upon you to finish the work, but you are not free to ignore it. And I think all of us are doing work that's really challenging, really hard in so many ways. And so I think that it's just important for us to have a space where we can be in community with each other and really support each other. So it's my privilege to be able to do that around the issues of prevention, reuse, and repair. And thank you all the participants. I really want to dedicate this to you for giving so much to the Technical Council. So thank you.
Hi, good evening. I'm Nick Lapis with Californians Against Waste. I'm also a CRRA board member. I have the great honor today to present the Rick Best Environmental Advocacy Award, named after one of my predecessors at Californians Against Waste and somebody who I've modeled myself after throughout my career. This award honors lifetime environmental stewardship achievements and recognizes individuals who effectively advocate for Earth's natural systems. The award goes for efforts that go beyond reuse, recycling, and composting to encompass air quality, water quality, resource protection, and climate protection efforts. This year's recipient is a relatively obvious choice, and it is the Honorable Nancy Skinner. We are not only sitting in Nancy Skinner's district, but I think she would have been an obvious recipient in any district, seeing as she was the one who pioneered our first 50% recycling goal in the state of California, first polystyrene ordinance, co-founded ICLEI, Communities for Climate Change, and a lot of other activities, including authoring legislation to expand the bottle bill. Unfortunately, she had to be at a conference in Southern California, but we do have Ariana Bankler-Jukes, who's district representative for Senator Skinner, and she will make some comments on her behalf.
So yeah, I'm not the senator, so I'll keep this brief. And I promised Nick that I would superimpose her face on that photo. But I just wanted to say on behalf of the senator, she's honored to receive this award. These are issue areas she cares deeply about. And so thank you all for the work that you do. There are a lot of phenomenal groups in the room, and promise to not drop the award on my way to giving it to her.
So for our last two awards, it was actually a difficult decision. So that's why today we're going to be awarding 2 Recyclers of the Year awards. It is my honor to announce these recipients. This award is given to individuals who have significantly contributed to resource conservation throughout their careers in California. And I think it goes a lot to say that both of these individuals have a history with StopWaste.org, indicative of great work in California. Our 2 award recipients, I'd like both of them to come up, Tom Padilla and Susan Catchy.
Thank you. It's a very trite phrase, but it really does take a village, and I've been blessed in my career to work with so many wonderful coworkers. 1975 in Santa Cruz there. But so many people, co-workers, people working in the cities, for haulers, for recycling markets, and that includes those who have gone before us. I did want to mention someone we lost this year, Bernie Meyerson, one of the founders of CRRA. May his memory be a blessing. David Alloway kind of preempted some of the things I wanted to say about let's keep our eye on the ball. We're trying to make the world a better place. Let's kind of keep that first and foremost. Keep our minds open about ways to do that. Focus on turning off the tap instead of mopping up the floor all the time. And sometimes turning off the tap might mean, thinking outside the cart. Think of more creative ways to reduce the amount of waste. And to exhort people to mentor the next generation coming up behind us, share our experience, strength, and hope so that we may solve a common problem. And just in conclusion, let's have more fun, less stuff, and go A's.
Thank you. I really appreciate this award from CRRA. I've been a member for many years, and I was trying to think of that today. I was like, how many years has it been around? And it is 42, and that's a long time. I appreciate everybody's support, Tom's, most of you out there. I've worked with you over the years, and it's been a great ride, and there's still more work to do, so we'll keep doing it. I got this call from Tracy, and she said, oh, you've won this award, but one other thing I have to tell you is you're sharing it. And as she's telling me I won the award, I was thinking, well, I think Tom Padilla would be a better person. and lo and behold, she tells me I'm getting it with Tom, so that was perfect. Thank you. Oh, here's my award.
Walking up and on and off the stage is doubling as my exercise today. I think Peter is in the audience there, so I'll do this by myself. So that concludes the CRRA's portion of the award ceremony tonight, and please, one more round of applause for all of the recipients tonight. Now I'm going to turn it over to Heidi Sanborn, Executive Director of the California Product Stewardship Council, to give out the CRRA Awards. Please put your hands together for Heidi.
Does that work? I don't think it's gonna work. No, but there's nothing to hold it. It's okay.
Hey everybody, another great CRRA conference. Done it again. This is my favorite day of the whole year because we actually give awards to businesses that are doing what we really hope every business would do, which is to really think about, reducing their waste. So I want to start by saying thank you again to our friends at CRRA for a continued partnership with this, doing this with us on the awards. This is now, believe it or not, our 9th year doing these joint awards. So thank you again to our friends at CRRA. Because we want to give California businesses that are doing making great efforts and strides towards zero waste and creating a circular economy a voice, and thank them personally for all the hard work that they put in, often unseen. So we bring them into the light to thank them. The CPSC award plaques are handmade in Sonoma County by artist Ellen Blakesley with plants sourced from her property in Petaluma and repurposed glass on a sustainably harvested wood plaque. And we're very, very proud to give these away. I think you would agree they're quite beautiful. They are each unique and they are signed by the artist. And why do we do these awards? We do them because we want to recognize the businesses that are based or operate in California for their outstanding leadership, innovation, and partnership to promote product stewardship. We created these awards with the support of the CalRecycle grant, so thanks to our friends at CalRecycle, and also to Ted Ward and Del Norte County for the first grant to create these awards. Thanks again, Ted, who's now on our board. And we also include our annual award for an Associate of the Year, a local government partner that's really been a leader, and also a business that aligns with our CPSC mission, so we'll get to those as well, and a legislator that deserves some real credit as well. So again, our awards are what we call the arrow awards. The green arrow is for system design and innovation. The bow and arrow is for partnership. You can't shoot the bow without the arrow, or shoot the arrow without the bow, I guess. Infinity arrow for service and take back, and then the golden arrow for overall excellence in product stewardship. So our first award is the green arrow for system design and innovation, and this year's winner is New Gen Surgical, based in San Rafael. And here are some facts about their products. New Gen Surgical designs and manufactures medical devices and products that are used in the operating room. They have 7 full-time people in San Rafael. They have a mission, which is to minimize plastic waste from the OR by redesigning single-use plastic products that are used in surgery to be made of like plant-based sugarcane sort of products, and also source reduction of those products. They have a needle counter, which uses 93% less plastic than those other competitors on the market. And they also make a surgical stapler that's based, again, with a plant-based material. They save 630 tons of plastic would be removed from hospital waste streams annually in the U.S. if they would switch to these 2 products. So we want to thank our friends at NewGen and welcome Rob Chase, the founder and president of NewGen's Medical Products. To show you, this is actually what a skin stapler looks like. And it's made, again, all the bio-based plastics, and this is the needle counter because they don't want to leave the needles in people in the surgery room. So,
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good evening. Thank you to the California Product Stewardship Council for honoring us with this Green Arrow Award. And I wanted to thank the team at New Gen Surgical for your commitment, your passion, and the mission around greening healthcare and your focus on that. So thank you for all the work that you do. And I want to thank all of you out in the audience because I believe that you're on the front lines in creating healthier environments and keeping our communities healthy. So as many of you know, the healthcare industry uses a lot of resources, and in the hospitals across the U.S., they generate about 13,000 tons of waste every day, and 30% of that waste is coming from the operating room. So our focus at NewGen Surgical is on the single-use disposable products that are used in the millions that are really designed and heading straight for landfill or incineration. And we're working, as Heidi said, upstream in the design process using upcycled post-agricultural waste for the body and the main part of our products. And we're also achieving a source reduction of plastic in the process. So if you think ahead to 2030, what the environment's going to look like, there's projected to be 9 billion people on the planet. And we're going to live in a resource-constrained environment. And I'm quite optimistic, even with all these challenges, because I believe that it's going to be the people in this room that are going to find the solutions to these complex challenges around waste, pollution, and resource utilization. And while none of us alone can solve all these problems, I think working collaboratively, working together around common missions and values, that we can help California to lead the way towards a sustainable future. So thank you to the California Product Stewardship Council, and thank you to the California Resources Recovery Association for having us here this evening.
Okay, good. Okay, thanks, Rob. Our next winner is the Bow and Arrow Award winner. And this year, it is going to go to CRRA, our friends at the California Electronic Asset Recovery Company. CRRA has 3 locations in Sacramento County, which provides 65 full-time green jobs and 20 part-time jobs in electronics recycling. CRRA has an advanced technology that allows them to reduce the environmental impact of e-waste without sacrificing quality or efficiency. Paul Gao actually designed, he's not unfortunately here today, his dad actually passed in China yesterday. They did not expect this obviously to happen. We're very sad for Paul. But he designed a really cool way to break up electronics. It's not just all hammered and broken, it's actually a centrifuge sort of process. And they also designed these reusable cages so they can bring these to their customers and bring things back so they are not wasting cardboard and so forth in the shipping. He does everything he can to reduce waste and create new markets. He partners with us. We're even working with him on 2 grants, thanks again to CalRecycle, for the HHW grants on solar panel recycling. One will be done in Butte County, and one will be done in Santa Monica. And so we really appreciate CRRA and all that they've done and their partnerships to reduce e-waste. So we want to thank CRRA and welcome Kristen DeLallo from CRRA, the marketing director, to the podium to win their award.
I'll be fast. On behalf of Paul and CRRA, thank you very much. We're working with Heidi, like she mentioned right now, on trying to figure out what to do with solar panels. We have all the infrastructure at our facility, and we want to start running them and recycling for everybody in California. So I want to thank Heidi and CPSC for all of her advocacy. Thanks.
Okay, all right, thanks so much. And for anybody who thinks that solar panels are not a problem yet, believe me, they are. They're coming in by truckloads, like 5,000 at a time, and we literally have no place to put them. So this is a very important issue for us to work on. So our next award is the Affinity Arrow Award for Service and Take Back, and this is going to go to Sports Basement. Now, I hope that they're here. Are they here? Great. Okay. So we weren't sure if they were going to make it. Sports Basement, as you probably know here in the Bay Area, is a chain of sporting goods stores. They're kind of like an REI. They're a membership organization. And they have put those propane refillable 1-pound propane cylinders into all of their stores and made it part of their loyalty program. So if you're a basementier, you actually get free exchanges of these cylinders forever if you've bought one. If you come in, they just give you another one full for free. So we are not wasting all this hot rolled steel every single time for 25 cents of propane gas. They are the first large retailer to do this exchange. They deserve a lot of credit for going out and doing it, and I know the customers love it. They've sold over 10,000 so far. which will not end up in a landfill. They're reusable for 12 years, so it saves a lot of money for parks. They're not being left in the trash where they can start fires in our MRFs. So we really want to say thank you to Sports Basement for leading the way on this, and we welcome John Courtney from Sports Basement to come up and get the award.
Hello, my name is Mitch Stein. I'm actually one of the marketers, and so I'm going to accept the award for both Sports Basement and John Courtney's behalf. So we'd like to say thank you very much for CPSC for the award. We're very proud of everything we've been able to do in the Bay Area for our renewable retail and recycling as a whole. Our reusable propane canister initiative is one of many things that we actually do in the Bay Area. We recycle used bike tires, we recycle batteries, you name it, we recycle it. So we really look forward to the opportunity to expand our program and promote increased sustainability in the outdoor community. Appreciate it.
Thank you again. We really appreciate you for joining us for dinner.
Yes,
Okay, great. So you take a picture of that. So this is our last award for the Arrow Awards. This is what we call our golden arrow. Nobody can apply for it. We just give it to the company we think deserves it the most for that year. We're very, very pleased that this year, actually, it's a company who says that Sports Basement, because they've seen their back of the house operations, is the cleanest retailer they have ever been to. So that's another great kudos to Sports Basement. But our award winner this year is Smarter Sorting. And I want to invite Chris Ripley up, the CEO of Smarter Sorting, to give you the award. Most of you are not familiar with it. If you're not doing household hazardous waste, you may not be, but they are a new company that was developed as a data technology company. In our HHW world, we have not had good data. I have asked repeatedly, how many thermostats, how many of this? I don't know, we just put it in a big barrel, all the batteries go in there, all the guys are, okay, so we're trying to make policy, but we don't have enough good information. So the great news is Chris has figured this out. They have a database, but the better part of it is not only are we collecting data by brand and by type, it's actually scanning it and putting it into a pile, which then goes to the restores that can sell it. They make $1,500 a pallet. All that money goes to making new houses, and all these HHW products that were perfectly good can now be reused by people who needed them and needed them at a lower price, and they're not going to an incinerator. So I just thought this was the most fantastic thing we needed in our industry, and I really want to thank Chris Ripley for actually creating this entire database and starting to work with retailers and HHW facilities alike to get this data and get this stuff redirected from incineration to reuse. So Chris, thank you so much for all your hard work.
Let's take the shot picture.
Well, they're going to take a picture.
Oh, of course.
Oh, you want to have another one? Okay. Pictures everywhere.
Well, who knew that artificial intelligence and machine learning and waste was going to be the thing that myself and 35 others were going to set off on 4 years ago. So far, we've raised about $10 million from venture capital. We have another $10 million raise coming up in the next 3 or 4 months. It started with household hazardous waste and the idea that we were going to truck something 3 states away to light it on fire when that item could be sold at a Habitat for Humanity and build homes for people that otherwise couldn't afford them. So far we've built about 5 homes instead of having that waste just lit on fire. Our business has now gone much farther than just working with household hazardous waste facilities. San Mateo has been an awesome partner here in California. We have several others here in California as well. But we're also working with retailers. And it's a giant problem, and the idea that brand new products, truly brand new, are sent to be incinerated. And so one of the quotes that I like is, in order to do something that scales extremely fast, you have to be willing to do things that don't scale that well. And so we're starting in the household hazardous waste business, working with governments. It's a hard place for the investors to have seen a great return. But now that we've done that and we have more and more counties willing to direct those items away from the incinerator, we're seeing record growth, and we're really looking forward to helping not just our partners, but the industry in general with data that will allow us to make some evidence-based policy that can really help us all in our shared goals. So thank you very much. Thank you, Heidi, for not just giving me this award, but also for being a real true advocate and supporter of what we're doing. Thank you.
Thanks. All right. So you go over there. Oh, go that way, and they'll take a picture. We love innovations like that. So our next award is actually our Associate of the Year award, and normally this is actually goes to a person who's done a really good job as a local government, working with us and partnering and driving change and towards producer responsibility. But this year, we thought it appropriate, when we're here close to San Francisco, to finally really give thanks to our friends at the San Francisco Department of the Environment as an entire group, because they are so amazing, whether it's their schools, their zero waste, the product stewardship group, absolutely outstanding. So I want to welcome Debbie Raphael, the Director of the Department of the Environment, Julie Bryant, and I know there's many more out there. Are we going to get anybody else up? Okay. Yeah, and the big question we had was, how do we thank such a large group that's here? Like, do we have them all up on the stage? But I want to mention just a couple of things that San Francisco has done just in this last year. They're really too numerous to mention. But things like, passing the first ordinance, or the second ordinance, really, on pharmaceuticals in the state for producer responsibility, having a big press event at the hospital to make sure everybody knew that we had new medicine bins that the drug companies were paying for, developing a whole carpet procurement standard that we all should be following. If any of you needs to buy carpet, please follow this procurement policy. It really makes sense, and we need to vote with our dollars. And just basically being fearless at telling the truth and putting science first in these decisions. We can't thank you enough. And actually, it almost brings tears to my eyes, because I really think the world of Debbie. And she's just a wonderful human being. And we're lucky to have her in California. And the entire team of the San Francisco Department of the Environment, they are holding calls with all the ordinance members every other week to make sure that they know how to implement EPR properly locally, and they're learning from each other. And then to have Julie on our board for the last 3-4 years and helping, and we want to thank Julie, because she's now moved on to a consulting firm. She's now with Cascadia, so we want to thank her for her many years of service too. So thanks again to San Francisco for all you do for our state. Thank you.
So I just want to give an incredible heartfelt thanks to CPSC. Their name has one of my favorite words in the English language, which is stewardship, because I think that word has so much depth to it when we think about our responsibility, whether it's to Olam, which is from the Jewish faith, or to other religions and spiritual people who believe that we have a responsibility to heal this planet. One of my things that I live by is the phrase that the world is run by those who show up. And I look around this room and all the hugs that I got when I walked in today, and all the people that I see who I know how much you show up every day, whether it's in government, in business, in nonprofit, as a citizen, as a parent. There are so many ways we need to show up, and that's what CRRA is all about. So thank you very much.
Thanks again. Let's get a great picture over there.
All right. Wow. And these things are really heavy. Wow.
They are heavy. So our almost last award is to our Partner of the Year. And again, being in San Francisco, we thought it very appropriate that we give this award this year to a partner we could not be doing what we're doing without, and that is our wonderful friends at Recology. And I see Eric Parashna rocking up to get the award. You can come on up, Eric. But if all of us know that Recology is just a real leader in trying to get to zero waste. And as a hauler, this is a really hard time. They've got to figure the markets and, working with businesses. And in San Francisco, the 3 carts. And when the NBC called them and said, we want to do a piece on the Amazon effect, they called me and said, let's get the other perspective from an advocacy side, and helped us get national press on that. But they're a march to zero waste, and we can't thank them enough, because without the waste haulers like Recology and leading, we wouldn't be where we are as a state. So we want to thank Eric, Mike San Giacomo, and the whole team. And I'm also lucky enough that Eric's on our board.
On behalf of Ecology to CPSC, thank you for the thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, that was easy. So our very last award is actually to someone who did an awful lot of good last year for the state of California and the world, really, by helping us pass a bill on carpet recycling. And it was to improve the original bill, because the original bill was actually not run by any advocacy group. It was actually run by a legislator who was well-intended and was really getting told a lot of stories from the industry about, this will work and that'll work, and we promise, and blah, blah, blah. And it didn't work that well, and so we had to go in and fix it, and it was really, really hard. So we want to thank Assemblymember Kansen Chu from San Jose, who authored AB 1158 and actually got it passed and signed by the governor. And now we are in the throes of trying to get this thing fixed, and it really meant a lot to all of us that you would stand up like that. And I actually met with EU commissioners in the fall in November who said, how did you guys do this in America right now? How did you pass that bill? We should do carpet. I'm like, yeah, you should. That's why I'm here. I want you guys to do it too. So anyway, I want to thank Assemblymember Kansen Chu. He could not be here. He also, unfortunately, had a death in the family. But this is his staff, Anurag Pal. So Anurag, thank you so much for all your hard work. Appreciate it.
Good evening. My name is Anurag Pal. I'm the District Director for Assemblymember Kansen Chu. As Heidi mentioned, he was very looking forward to being here, but he had a family emergency. He couldn't make it today. And on behalf of him, I just want to thank you, everybody, especially congratulations to all the recipients. And thank you, everybody, for what you all do. As Tom mentioned, it takes a village. It really takes a village, and it also really takes a village to pass these bills. So thank you for all your advocacy for what you do. He's looking forward to coming back and helping California to recycle more waste. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Won't be waste anymore. Yes. Thank you. So thanks again to CRRA for letting us join you on the stage, and we want to thank all of you for all your help all year to help us all be successful at making the next generation, having this planet be a little bit better place. So thanks again. Have a nice night. Enjoy the NCRRA Players.